I just fixed that hydraulic line.
Did it bust?
Well, this is gonna be fun.
So we just got a call from one of the neighbors and they said that our little pigs are out. So everybody's scrambling right now, trying to get all of our boots and work clothes on, and we have some pigs to round up. Oh, they're back already?
They're back.
Well, there's some of them. Are they all back? We gotta figure out a way to put them, to keep them in. Problem that we're having is that all these little pigs can go under the hot wire. We have, don't bump me. Oh, look what you did. Doggone you.
Oh, you got a big old...
They were looking for food. That's my
Oh,
toes.
baby.
Ew, what is that?
Horsefly.
Gross. Anyway, what I was saying is the little piglets can go under the hot wire because it's only like 6 inches off the ground. And their backs are, they're hitting it, they should be hitting it, but either it's not hot enough for them or they're still somehow squeezing under. There are parts of it that are a little bit higher up than 6 inches high. That's really dirtier than you already did. So we got to figure out a way to keep them in. Any ideas, John?
Mom,
What?
did I get the ride?
Alright, they're all here. They're all here. So, that's good. Alright, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go get some hog panels. Hey, girl. Oh, yeah. See that big old girl Lacey. Let's get some hog panels and put some T-posts up, and then we'll just.
Oh, I know, it feels good.
We'll just make a little nursery for them and their mama. Good gosh. Girl.
You like that?
Goodness gracious.
This one Pig Pig?
This is
That's
Pig.
Pig. Wow.
She's so heavy.
Now these pigs wouldn't mean to hurt you, but they
I remember
could.
you when you were a little piglet.
They're just so big, and then they will actually come up to you and kind of nip at you sometimes too. So you kind of got to be careful.
You can see how big she is. I'm 6'2", so she's up to basically my pocket on my pants. That's how tall she is. She probably weighs somewhere around 700 to 800 pounds. She's a big girl. The pigs, the piglets have been pretty much everywhere. They just came back from the neighbor's house just now. So we're gonna make a little pig nursery. They're right at 4 weeks old. I believe about 4 weeks old now.
At least, I think they're like 4.5.
4.5 weeks old. So a couple more weeks they'll be ready for new homes. But in the meantime, we want to keep them on our property. We don't want them running around. We don't want something to get them. Along the road here, there used to be a barbed wire fence. It's still up. A majority of it's still up. But what I'm wanting to do is I'm actually wanting to extend the pig pen out to the driveway. So we're going to get these. We're going to cut this fence here, and we're going to get the T-posts from this fence. Because at the moment I don't have enough T-posts to build a little pig nursery, so I'm going to use the T-posts I have out here to tie the pig nursery together with. In the meantime, me and Austin's going to go get the dozer. We're going to make we're going to clean out a little place for them. I want it to be somewhat flat, so it's easy to get.
So we had to jump in the Jeep here. I'm gonna have to take Austin over to the other part of our property. There's another 80 acres that's like separate from the property that we're actually building on. That's just like a mile up the road. And that's where we have the, are you getting the bulldozer or backhoe?
Dozer.
The dozer. That's where we have the bulldozer. So we are about to head over there.
Why is there a ladder strapped to the back of it?
I was just wondering the same thing. What in the world?
This seat is soaked.
Soaking wet? You're gonna end up with a...
Let me grab something over here out of the barn real quick and set on it.
Did you find something?
Found a bucket lid. don't think that's gonna work too well though.
Well,
I also
ew, it's
discovered,
gonna get the seat disgusting. What
Yeah.
is that?
well, I just discovered 3-year-old bear bait. So it's in a bucket.
Well, Austin has reluctantly decided just to sit in the dozer and get his butt wet.
Take that so I don't
Your
drop
phone?
it.
Yeah, we don't want you to drop your phone when you're
I dropped it getting in there.
driving. That's not good.
Woo! It's a wet seat.
Nice and soppy?
Yeah. I have a feeling I'm gonna be the one doing the work over there here in a minute. Dad ain't gonna want to sit on this seat.
Probably not. Colton, you think he's showing off a bit? He's taking the hands-free approach.
Yeah.
So we just made it back to the pig fence enclosure area here where we're gonna put this new pig nursery. And Austin is about to get started. Got a gnat in my eye. Austin is about to get started on clearing up this little patch here for us. John's trying to get rid of this fence, this old fence row that was here. In the background, these pigs are having a fit. They're all trying to get milk. They're trying to nurse on mama. Trying to get all this wrapped up here so it's not all strung out everywhere. Yes? You got a streak of black right across your nose. Well, that didn't work.
I have this old barbed wire fence that I'm trying to pull out of here, and it's all intertangled between vines, trees, you name it. All this junk over here, it's all intertangled within it. And the main problem is it's pretty brittle. So because of the brittleness of it, it's breaking real easily. And this other wire, it's like called gotcha wire, and my goodness, it'll get you. And so I'm having a hard time because I really wasn't expecting to be doing this today, and I didn't bring a pair of gloves. So now I'm just kind of making do and working it out as I go. So I'm going to wrap this around this real quick and see if this will allow for it to, see if it'll allow it to, you know, have all of these wrapped around it. Maybe it won't break as easily.
that was the first thing we noticed when we pulled up. We're like, more redneck ingenuity.
So we put a tree stand down in our bottom, way down in the bottom over here, and I needed a ladder to be able to hang the tree stand, so I rigged the tree stand in the back of the dozer, put the ladder on the back of it, tied it off, and we drove it all down the bottom down there, and that's why it's still there. I just forgot to take it off.
That track's trying to fall off again.
Is that what was wrong with it earlier?
I think so.
It made a big pop when he came out of the driveway earlier.
Popping and cracking. Oh, more out.
Shoot.
Oh, great.
That's not the loose one, was it?
That's it's loose. Yeah, it's loose. Them things are wore out.
Yeah. I just fixed that hydraulic line.
Did it bust?
It tore it off. With the
Was it this thing? Oh, right there.
yeah, it's because well, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Always is. If you don't have a farm, don't buy a bulldozer. And even if you have a farm, don't buy a bulldozer, because you'll put an arm and a leg into it. The most ridiculous, especially an old dozer, they're the most expensive things to operate, and they're the most ridiculous things to repair.
Well, there's always the option of renting one, but the problem is if you rent one, you're going to pay several thousands of dollars per month. Yes, they would come out and repair the dozer every time something happens. So depending on what you're doing, if you're doing a paying job, then it probably would be more worth it. But when you have ponds, when you have ponds to clear out, a lot of trees to move, pastures to build, there's more than a couple months of work, and nobody's paying us to do that. So that's kind of on us. So we just kind of had to buy what we could afford. And this was still not cheap. It's older, but you get what you pay for, folks. Truly.
Yep.
So how does this end up happening?
That track getting too loose. That sprocket wore
The
out.
track,
Front
the
sprocket wore
other
out.
carriage is pretty wore out.
It's wore out.
We'll take this out right here. This is like a grease pin, or what's that called, Austin? That grease thing.
That is a tensioner. Track tensioner.
So it's a track tensioner. You take the grease out of it. It loosens the track up. This won't be too bad when we get it loosened up, because it's not completely off the track. If it had been off the track completely, then we got a lot of work ahead of us. But we'll loosen this up. We'll pull these in, and it'll let this track loosen up a lot. And then we'll probably take some kind of piece of rebar or something. Not rebar. We'll take a rock bar, put underneath this, lift it up, pull it over. We'll lift this up so that, which we might not be able to lift it up right now, because which one is that? Is that the?
That is the one that turns it to the side. Like
We
that doesn't
might be able to
bother-
lift it.
Yeah, it'll lift up. Well, no, it won't stay lifted up because there's no pressure from that being busted. All the pressure's gonna.
Well, we'll figure it out. We'll lift it or something. We'll figure it out. We may have to put this back together. When the track came in close to this dozer, it pushed this over and broke the brackets that hold it in place. When it broke the brackets, it pushed it over and snapped the hydraulic line.
You know, another
Awesome.
part of the problem is this little ridge on this wheel here, or whatever you call that. is wore down so far, it's just going to keep doing it.
You know, we get it out, we tighten it up, and it stays tightened for a little bit, and then it untightens. So if we tighten it every time we use it, maybe it'll be better. But we're just trying to make it do for what? A couple more months till we get the rest of this place cleared, and then I think it might go find a new home.
So what's our plan for today then?
Well, we're gonna have to get these piglets where they will not get out anymore. We don't want them around. We don't want them out, so we got to build a fence.
I know, but there's no other way to clear this out. So we're just gonna work with the clearing that we have, or what?
Yeah, we'll just work with it. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. I mean, they don't have to be in a real big space.
Well, in the meantime, I was going to show you guys, we did get some rain, which we needed so desperately. Our pigs over here have their wallow all filled back up again. So they're all happy about that. We didn't have to end up moving them at that point. I think the night that we came back over here, when John showed you guys last, that it was just like super dry because he was having to bring water over just every few days. And we were worried about them having a place to actually get in a wallow. It was just damp. It wasn't like wet like it really needed to be. He had this other large tub kind of filled up here temporarily for like an evening, and then it rained. And we went back to that.
All right, well, I guess we got to go get some hog panels.
So the guys just went and got us our hog panels. This is what we have to work with. This is what we are making the pig nursery out of. And we're going to spread them out here on the ground. Kind of just set them up in the general area where we are wanting to build the pig nursery. We're going to get some T-posts and put those in the ground and attach the hog panels to it. How far is it? You want it further up that way or come across here?
I don't know how many I got. I got to make sure I got enough.
Is that fence on?
No.
Who turned it on? I think we're good, don't you think?
Hey, you slam that up against that fence there, Austin? Up against that post? Make it on the bottom there.
Ow!
Watch your feet. Sorry.
Should be good now.
We'll grab a T-post right here.
That T-post driver goes. Oh, it's up here.
I'm in the rocks.
Good luck. It's on a bed of rocks.
That's fun. Oh gosh.
We just about got it all together here. We didn't even really get to use the area that we started clearing just because we didn't have enough panels to make the enclosure big enough for that, but just do what we can. It's not perfect, but it'll do. It's got to work for now. We have to do something to keep them from getting out anymore. They just keep getting out. Here, don't scare them, Colton. Walk them back in. They just keep going under this right here. And the fence isn't on right now, so they're not getting shocked. And it should be coming across their backs and still give them a shock, but some places has bigger gaps like this next to this post here, and so they could potentially get under there without getting shocked.
You go for a ride on him. He won't go nowhere. Will you, buds? You won't go nowhere.
He's a pretty docile pig.
Yeah, he is. Just sit on him.
Spots on him.
He don't care.
I just tied the electric fence back together so we have the perimeter. And then what I did was I brought it up to the top here where it can come across and go back down and electrify the other side of the fence while this section here is open, so I can open and close this gate up.
Yeah, good deal. Because before it was like down here and running all through there, so we had to keep it from grounding out on those other wires.
Good. Good.
And here they all come.
Because there's been electric fence on this, also, all we gotta do is we gotta kind of.
They're so used to stopping just right there where that fence was at. They're trained to it so well that they know where the line should be. And they're afraid to come across it. Baby's not afraid.
That's what I'm hoping will happen. I hope the babies will come in here and. Here, bro, give me some more. And mama.
There we go.
Here they come. They're like, heck yeah. Ooh.
Now this girl right here, Mama Pig, she was just as fat as these other ones. You may remember her from another one of the videos before she had the piglets. But because she's been nursing, she's getting a lot thinner. It shouldn't take too much to fatten her up again once she weans the babies, but right now she's burning more calories than what she's taking in.
You can get these babies in. I'll shut this one and then we'll sort out the piglets. Here, I'll kind of back up. Wait. Yep.
There goes another one.
All right, now we just need pig pig. Pig pig! Pig pig!
She's too busy eating. Hey, take the little container and put it in front of her, see if you can guide her out.
No, just Brooke, get in here and move. Because I don't want Mama to come out.
Hey, pig pig. Pig pig. Pig pig. Pig.
Go on back. Go on back.
Pig pig. Pig pig.
Pig pig!
And there she goes.
All right, let's tie the fence.
That wasn't too bad.
All right, Colton's gonna try the corn. What's it taste like? It's kind of like cornmeal, but like chunky, right? Not that sweet.
It doesn't have that.
It doesn't have a good flavor. No.
I'm just wrapping the strap around the water barrel so that they can't knock the water over whenever they get water.
There's a spout. They press on that, and the water comes out. Right now we're just down here filling up pig water. So filling up pig water, it's is unfortunately something that we just have to do quite frequently since we don't have the running water over there yet. That change will be coming soon. We had to come back over here to the house also to get a shelter for them. And we have it all strapped in the back of the truck. You really can't see what it is yet, but you will. We're gonna go set it up. Just a place for them just to kind of get out of the weather.
That's the best place for it. There you go.
That's nice.
Yeah, that works.
That'll work. Need some help? Nope, you don't need any help. Okay, our little guys have their food. They've got water. On the bucket down here. Should last a while, but well, I say that, but Mom drinks a lot because she's nursing. But they are getting to the age where they can come up and drink out of the spigot too. A lot of shade, shelter. I think they're good.
So today was an unexpected day. We didn't plan to put this pen in right here, but sometimes things come up. And when the pigs were in our neighbor's yard, pretty much forced me to get this done today. One thing I do not like is I don't like to see my animals on somebody else's property. That's kind of a pet peeve of not only mine but Kemma's also. We try to keep all our animals where they belong and not allow them to go to another property. So we just did what we had to do today. We had some challenges along the way, but we are in a good situation now. I don't think they're going to be in our neighbor's yard anymore.
We hope not.
Yeah, that would be bad after all the work that we put in today. But I do believe it's time for us to go back to the house. Kama has a nice pot of beans on with some cornbread and a little bit of bacon in it.
Wonder where that came from.
Yeah, so I'm getting pretty hungry, so we're going to head back to the house. We appreciate you guys watching our video. Please like and subscribe.
We'll see you on the next video.
Bye-bye.